can you talk about kind of what led to you leaving Disney? Because Michael and I have our own stories too.
Awesome. Actually, it's 22 years for me. So
22
Oh,
years.
wow, take
Wow.
that.
yeah,
We've
yeah,
both
You
been
beat
put
us.
into the
You
small.
beat me by 3, and you beat Michael by 7.
Yeah.
talking about veterans. So for telling the story of why I left, I just want to recap of why I joined. I always wanted to work at Disney. I'm from Argentina, South Latin America, and a country where you wouldn't imagine that Disney is present as a company. So back in the mid 90s, I joined Disney as a freelance illustrator and graphic designer. I actually, my first job was drawing the characters for the marketing team. And then because I was into electronic art, which was, I worked in digital animation, computer animation before Toy Story, so that old. And I also was into websites and CD-ROMs, interactive design. So I asked Disney, what are your websites? And we didn't have any. So I had the chance to launch the first websites in Spanish for the region, for the history of the company. And since then, I started taking over the digital stuff for Disney, doing tons of things. I became, years later, the GM, the general manager of the digital business. And we built a 9-figure business for multiple B2B and B2C operations in the digital side, video games, apps, advertising, distribution of movies, you name it. And then I started to expand my role. I took over also creative, an amazing team in Latam. I started reorganizing the team by the time that Disney merged with Fox. And it was a juggernaut M&A, and Disney started to change the scheme, adapt to, assemble, the two companies, finding places for everyone, restructuring.
Yeah.
And at that time, I decided to leave the digital side and keep the creative, the design, the product development part of the company. And I did that for 6 months in 2018. And then I was invited to move to Europe to do the same for the region here. And so I moved with my family in 2019, and I will make it sure now. Then the pandemic came in, and a lot of things started to change, and I had a burnout. I actually suffered seriously stress, and I started to miss my mark. So I decided to change my life, drop the executive life, um, changed my life completely. I moved out of London, where I was living, to here, to Spain, to take a sabbatical, and that sabbatical led to doing what I do now.